Mexico City. A Mexico City borough president said officials from a previous administration ignored warnings that unauthorized construction work on a school that collapsed during a deadly earthquake had hurt the building's structural integrity. Meanwhile, the death toll from the magnitude 7.1 quake which hit September 19 jumped by 10 to 355 on Friday as the search continued for bodies in the debris of some downed buildings. The school became a symbol of the tragedy when a three-story wing of the building pancaked, killing 26 people including 19 children. Photos over the years suggested an increasingly heavy fourth story had been gradually added to the wing. Borough President Claudia Sheinbaum said late Thursday that inspectors issued a report in November 2013 and warned the borough's judicial director at the time that work on the third floor and illegally added fourth floor were damaging structural elements that affect the stability of the building. Family members and friends of children and grown-ups who died after their school collapsed in an earthquake attend a mass in Mexico City, Mexico, September 24, 2017. The privately operated elementary and middle school was apparently allowed to complete the work by paying a fine equivalent to about $1,600 at the time. The file was closed with a fine of 21,000 pesos. Outrageous, Sheinbaum said. She added that she has filed a criminal complaint against the former judicial director, a person who held the same post later, and whoever else may be responsible. Sheinbaum, who took office in 2015, had said earlier there was unauthorized expansion work at the school since around 2010. Another borough closer to the city center also filed criminal complaints against two developers for two buildings that partially or completely collapsed, killing at least 3 people. The borough of Benito Juarez accused the two firms of having used low-quality materials, lying and evading the law. One of the buildings was only about a year old and advertised its apartments as being structurally sound and quake-resistant. The other, a 6-story rental apartment building, was apparently built in the last year atop the unreinforced structure of a decades-old first-story building. The vast majority of the collapses and deaths occurred in buildings constructed under looser regulations prior to a 1985 quake that killed thousands in Mexico City. However, the 3 buildings cited in the criminal complaints involved more recent construction. The school was started in 1983, but then expanded in the last decade. Most of the rubble has been cleared away from the 38 sites where buildings collapsed in the capital, leaving only a few active recovery efforts. CBS News correspondent Manuel Bajorquez reported that a teacher was brought to the site to help the search crews, hoping that, if the student heard a familiar voice, that it would help her remain calm. National Civil Defense Chief Luis Felipe Puente reported Friday on Twitter that the quake's toll had risen to 355, including 214 dead in Mexico City. There were also fatalities in the states of Morelos, Puebla, Mexico State, Guerrero, and Oaxaca.